Hello, dear students. We are dealing with the topic The Portrait of a Lady, written by Khushwant Singh. This is a prose lesson. In this story, the author talks about his relationship with his grandmother. In previous class, he introduced us his grandmother and her appearance. At the same time, he introduced us his grandfather too. And he told a few things about his grandfather. Okay? Now, children, in the wake of the same, let us continue the story. My grandmother and I were good friends. The author tells us that his grandmother and he both were good friends. There was a strong relation between them. My parents left me with her when they went to live in the city, and we were constantly together. He tells us that his parents left him with her when they went to live in the city. When his parents went to live in the city, and then he was left with his grandmother, and they were living constantly together in the village. She used to wake me up in the morning and get me ready for school. The narrator tells us that his grandmother used to wake him up in the morning and get him ready for the school. She said her morning prayer in a monotonous sing-song while she bathed and dressed me, in the hope that I would listen and get to know it by heart. And she used to say her morning prayers in a monotonous means dull and boring sing-song, in a dull and boring tone, while she bathed and dressed him, in the hope that he would listen and get to know the lines by heart. I listened because I loved her voice but never bothered to learn it. The narrator tells us that he used to listen the prayers because he loved the voice of his grandmother, but he never bothered. He never tried to learn those prayers. Then she would fetch my wooden slate. After that, his grandmother would go and bring. Fetch means to go and bring his wooden slate. Now, what is a wooden slate, children? In ancient time, the children who used to go to school, they used to carry this wooden slate in order to write on it. Okay, like nowadays you write on a paper, but that time wooden slate was used as a writing tool, which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk. And it was washed properly by grandmother, and also it was plastered with yellow colored chalk. A tiny earthen ink pot, an ink pot which was earthen, also was kept there, and a red pen. Tie them all in a bundle and hand it to me. And then she would make a bundle of all these things together and then handed it to the author. After a breakfast of a thick stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on it, we went to school. Then he tells us that he used to have his breakfast and it was a thick stale chapati. Stale means not fresh. It was not a fresh chapati, and it was also thick with a little butter and sugar spread on it. And then he went to school. She carried several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs. And that time she would carry several means many stale chapatis with her in order to feed the village dogs. My grandmother always went to school with me because the school was attached to the temple. Further, the narrator tells us that his grandmother always accompanied him to the school because there was temple also attached to the school, and the priest taught us the alphabet and the morning prayers. In his school he learnt the alphabet and morning prayers. While the children sat in rows on either side means on both sides of the veranda, of the school veranda, singing the alphabet or the prayer in a chorus. In a chorus means they sang together in a tone. My grandmother sat inside reading the scriptures. That time his grandmother would sit inside the temple and would read the scriptures. Scriptures means holy writings, holy books of religions. When we had both finished, we would walk back together. And after finishing their lessons, they used to come back to home together. This time the village dog would meet us at the temple door. And that time the dog the dog of the village, they used to wait at the temple door in order to get the stale chapatis. They followed us to our home, growling and fighting with each other. They also would go behind them to their home. Growling means to make a guttural sound and fighting with each other for the chapatis we threw to them. The chapatis that they used to give them, they used to fight with each other in order to get them, and they followed them to their home. When my parents were comfortably settled in the city, they sent for us. Now, further, he tells that when his parents settled in the city, they called. Sent for is a phrasal verb which means to call someone. They called them to the city. That was a turning point. A turning point, children, is an expression which means a point which brings a drastic change in your life. And when they shifted to the city, it was the turning point in their friendship. Although we shared the same room, my grandmother no longer came to school with me. The author tells us that in the city they shared the same room, but there his grandmother never came to school with him. I used to go to an English medium school in a motor bus, and there he used to walk to the school. He used to go to the school by a motor bus, not by walk. There were no dogs in the streets, and she took to feeding sparrows. And in city there were no dogs, because in village his grandmother used to feed the dogs. So in city she fed the sparrows. Sparrows are the little birds in the courtyard of our city house, and the sparrows were found in the courtyard. Means courtyard is an open area in front of a house, and there in the city she started feeding the sparrows. Okay, so children, that's all for today's class. Thank you.